Counterclockwise. Just a little bit. Thank you. In summary, this motion to revoke probation states that on June 24th, 2019, in this court, you were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for assault on a public servant. Is that true?
Yes.
Count two. Okay, hold on. I was just who the public servant was. Was it a police officer? Oh, a jailer.
Yes, sir.
Those are important people. Two states you failed to provide verification of performing community service hours as directed by the court. And from probation, where are we on the, how many community service hours? Oh, thank you very much, sir. Did we perform here?
20 hours in 6 years.
Okay. Not much. Nice. Well, community service is very important, and it's the difference between successful and unsuccessful handling of your problem. So you have failed to provide verification of performing community service hours. Is that true?
Yes.
And that's in violation of condition 18 of your community deferred or unadjudicated probation, where you were required to do that. Number one, the burglary of a habitation, that was something filed on that formally?
Yes, sir. And
And it's
I'll
not-
dismiss. I'll send it to you. You should have it in your queue.
Okay. And as far as fees are concerned, which are important, that's the way defendants, among other things, take care of their responsibility. But you had a fine of $500 that you were required to pay, supervisory fees of $60 a month, post-sentencing investigation fee is $500, other fees, and then maintenance. You have to, that supervision fees accrues at $60 a month. So we're talking about $720 a year over time. This motion to revoke probation states as of June, months ago, you were in arrears $6,453 for fees. Can you tell me in almost 6.5 years, which is like 80 months, how much has she paid toward any of these fees?
$743.
Mhm. Okay. All right. So that comes out to about $10 a month. Nice. Hardly anything. It's obvious that from the outset here, you didn't have your mind in the game. So let's see what we're going to do. There's an agreement that has been reached, I guess, huh?
No, sir. We're just dismissing the agreement was to dismiss the new case. That's it.
How much time does she have to do this? That's important to know. This is a third-degree felony. As you know, if your probation is revoked and you're found guilty, you are looking at no less than 2, no more than 10 years confinement in prison. What is, while we're waiting, what's the state asking for the question and what's the defense say? Go ahead, state.
Judge, just talking to the probation officer, it doesn't appear that Ms. Dugas is taking this serious. She's just not been doing community service. She's not paying. She doesn't seem to be really doing everything she can do to make up for what she did as far as committing the offense. I I don't at this time think it's going to do any good to place her in prison, but I do think she needs to know the seriousness of this. So maybe she needs to do some weekends in jail or something to just kind of get her attention. To let us know we're serious about this probation. This is not just something she can do and get away with it without actually towing the line and doing what you've ordered her to do.
Go ahead.
Well,
On
I'm
defense, Mr. Hughes.
regularly state that this doesn't warrant revoking your probation, sending her to prison. I think whatever sanctions the court feels is appropriate
Like what?
to get her attention. Yeah,
It's been,
Yeah.
it's been 6.5 years. She's not, you're gonna have a chance to be heard. Don't interrupt. Yeah, I look at this objectively, as the state does. I haven't even heard from the probate office, but I know what's gonna happen. I know what she's gonna say, because she's got there was a memo that was sent in, but you didn't take this seriously. Everybody else seems to. We have 5,000 people on probation at any given time. And 95% of them are successful. 95, almost 95%. And we're very proud of that. We wished it was 100%. But there's some like you who just don't buy into the game of helping themselves be the best they can be. And these are shown. Now, they dismissed a new crime, but I know what's behind that too. I mean, you shouldn't even be charged with a crime on my watch. That's just terrible. But the way you fix things are these other, not just refraining from committing crimes, but the community service hours and paying your fees. Those are the only other things really, other than be a good person. All those terms and conditions kind of fall into, this is what you can do to pay back to society for your mistake, which you didn't do.
I don't show that reporting has been a problem.
Sir?
I don't show that reporting has been a problem.
Well, community service hours is where you get put back. I mean, she shows up, but she doesn't do anything. She shows up. So I'm here. Can I go home now? I mean, there's no progress. What have you done in probation that is a progress that has made the community and the world and yourself better? That's what I don't think. What do you say?
Well, I know I haven't been paying because.
You haven't been doing anything. You haven't done community service hours, hardly anything. But if you can't pay, I understand. But still, everybody can do something. I'm not going to bore you with the day I turned 16. I went to work at 3 a.m. at 80 cents an hour, but it wasn't that hard because I wanted to be independent and I wanted to make something of my life. Here, I mean, let's get back to you assaulted a jail, a public servant of all people. I mean, what lady assaults other people, much less a gentleman? But there you are. And then there's nothing these are the kinds of things that show that you really want to fix, atone, and do better. But you're not showing it. Tell me, what have you done in 6.5 years that has made the world a better place?
Take care of my kids. I barely get paid because I can't really just get a job because they're solving my
I can't hear you.
background. I said it's hard for me to get a job with this assault on my background.
You haven't been convicted of anything.
I know, but it's hard for me to, when they do background checks, they're hindering me from getting.
I've got numerous people on deferred or unadjudicated probation that don't have problems getting jobs. I mean, nobody seems to. You're on deferred, you haven't been found guilty, you're presumed innocent. I mean, they may not want you to work for them, but most of the 5,000 probationers have jobs and are doing fine. They're not prevented from getting a job. But so you weren't doing that, but you could have done some community service. Which you did. From probation. All right, would you summarize for me this lady's performance?
She does report, but she
What
doesn't
else?
really work probation.
She doesn't report, she's going to go to prison. But what about, what is it? Or I sense a frustration here. What about the community service? What have we done to try to get her to do something that makes the community, that puts back into the community for the mistakes she made?
Well, I told her prior to us coming here to just work some community service because she doesn't have a job right now, but
6.5 years, did she have a job any during the time?
She had-
72 months?
she had a job before this charge, the new one,
Doing what?
flagging at a refinery.
Okay. So 6.5 years goes by. What is anything? No job? Well, she works at home. I mean, she's got a family. How many children?
3. 1, 2,
What? And the father, what does he do? Ma'am?
And one of my first baby's father, he's in prison. So
The father of your first child is in prison. Your first two he's in prison. What about the bad choice in guys there, huh?
It's like
What about the other father?
he don't.
He did.
He don't.
Okay. From probation, tell me, what do you think here?
I think we can put in some sanctions to help her motivate her to work probation.
Really? You're gonna have to be creative. Because 6.5 years have gone by and this is it. The sum total is nothing. Children, but a broken family. No community service, no job. I mean, we're starting from ground zero. But a lot of people do, and then move up to the high rise. Okay, now let's see. All right. What is, okay, help me on state. I know this is dismissed. I'm looking at the administrative hearing here, and this states that the defendant allegedly committed the offense of burglary of a habitation, entered the victim's residence without consent and violently assaulted the occupants of the house.
According to the co-defendants and a video provided to one of the other prosecutors, who's in this case, Mr. Ham, there's 2 girls that were involved in the altercation. The defendant went in to go get the one out or get the other 2 out to kind of break things up a little, giving her the benefit of the doubt since the other 2 both stated she was not involved in the altercation.
She, her, the defendant, this
yes.
defendant? Okay, so this finding is wrong. Entered the residence without consent and violently assaulted the occupants of the house. That's wrong.
No, the occupants are saying that she did, but the co-defendants are all both saying that she did not, that the 2 of them that have already pled to it are the ones that committed the offense.
Was she with them?
She was with them. She shouldn't have been present where a crime was being committed. That's a violation of her probation, but she, according to them, she was not part of the assault.
She's on probation.
Yes, sir. I understand that, Judge.
Okay.
I read over the file really hard before I made that decision. Yes, sir. So,
All right. Anything else?
and
We're going to find that there is sufficient evidence supporting this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation. To grant it by preponderance of the evidence or greater, as I find the defendant has pleaded true to allegation 2 voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently. That is enough to grant this motion to revoke probation, find you guilty, and sentence you to 10 years in prison. How's that sinking in? Good? Yeah, well, that's what you've earned by your behavior. I'm going to defer, though formally revoking and finding her guilty. I will continue her on probation, but I don't want to see any return until we come back and say, hey, she's completed probation successfully. You assault another person, shame on you. You're not role modeling the children that you say you love. You're going in, you're in somebody's home and there's a scuffle going on, whether you're involved or not. Why aren't you taking care of your problems and your children? Not being involved in assaults that you're on probation for. I mean, that's number one, it's not ladylike. And it's number two, it's not a good role model for the child. That they deal with their problems by
what do you think?
assaulting each other.
No.
You've got to set an example. Obviously, the fathers of the children are poor examples. It's up to you. Those children are going to do just what their parent does. The person that's most influential to them, and that's going to be you, because the fathers obviously are worthless. You need to make better choices in guys too. They're good guys out there.
Are we dismissing the MTRP and letting her just
No.
continue? Or are we holding it in
No.
advance for a while?
It's going to continue.
Okay.
And is there anything you need to do the work that you're not doing, and that is the community service? If you can't pay fees, you can't go to jail because you're unable to pay and you're trying. As long as you try. But on something for community service, and is there something we can do for community service that will help this particular lady, her needs and her issues concerning assaultive behavior and thoughts? What can we do to put her in a position that she is she's doing something that is promoting peace? Can we think of something? Y'all are very creative about that, but we're going to continue the terms of probation. And if there are other things we can do to help her where she can continue to take care of the family and be a good role model and do something that is peace loving rather than assaultive, then that's what we want. We'll continue. Well, I want to review it in 6 months, see how you're doing. But failure is not an option here. Your children don't need you in prison, right? Get a resetting. And we actually have Ms. Dugas. It was on 2 cases. There was also a burglary of a habitation, right? That you're on, and it's the same.
No, sir.
No, that's a new case. That's the one I'm dismissing.
Oh, this is going to be.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. I sent the dismissal to you.
Yeah, that was just. Yeah, that was just filed in June. Okay.
Yes, sir. You should have that
So,
tablet.
that case, Don, and Ms. Dugas, that case is dismissed, okay? 728. Actually, it's the one. You're the one dismissed.
Right, I know. I wrote this out before it was dismissed, so I crossed it out next time.
Okay. Right.
It is so.
Okay. Next is looks like Jason Nix and Cation Christopher has been reset. Then I go to Angela Bell.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, any work, but we're gonna go ahead and put it on the child life, so I'm not sure we're gonna resolve it. Unless I'm kind of working to find some witnesses. See, bro. I noticed the age of the case, so.
Hold on.
I
Tablets enough. It's one of those days, folks.
am, there's more of trying to get it moved, but as far as the court, it's been focusing on the child.
Right. I've got Angela Bell here, 24 CR 1079. The defendant has been indicted a year and a half ago for the third-degree felony of obstruction or retaliation. This carries with it up to 10 years in prison before the complainant filed charges against Bell. Complainant received a video showing that Bell was making threats to assault her due to her filing charges against Bell. Oh, this is the complainant. Okay. She was assaulted by Bell, struck her in the face and hit numerous times. What's this? Why a year and a half?
I've had like too much, Judge.
Well, who had it and didn't do anything with it before? Who was your attorney before?
Mr. Davis, Mr. Groves,
I'm sorry.
Mr. Groves Davis.
Wait, do you ever run into this lady, Brittany Franklin?
We lived in the same apartment.
No, since this indictment,
No.
because if you contact her or if you contact her or somebody else on your behalf contacts her, your bond will be revoked and you'll sit this out in jail until we can get this done. Nobody influences or intimidates or tries to communicate with a complainant except the lawyers, okay? Don't do that or anyone on your behalf unless it's your attorney, because that would be catastrophic. We're having problems with that later. And those people are going to jail and sitting in jail. And we can't tolerate that. People manipulating behind the scenes, trying to influence and intimidate people. Now, this is long enough. This is way too long. What are we going to do? What was the offer on this?
5 years deferred is what I saw.
Deferred or unadjudicated probation?
Yeah.
What that initially was, it was just deferred to the numbers. I think this is more as added the numbers. So
What was
That's what I
the,
wasn't in the file.
let me ask you, was this one, was this woman actually harmed in any way, or is it just threats?
Judge, the allegation is he was hitting them out, basically.
He was hitting them out. Did something happen? Did he lose a tooth or something?
Nope, I don't really even choose one.
Was there any damage?
That's what she's saying, that there's a scrape on her chin and then maybe some ulcerations on the inside of her lip.
It says struck in her face and head numerous times, causing pain and injury, but that's all it states. I don't know did we lose a tooth? Did we have stitches?
I haven't heard anything additional about tooth or stitches, Judge. I just saw the pain.
Can you find out?
There were no stitches, there was no tooth loss.
Can we find out what the exact
Yes, sir.
cause of damage was? I want everybody back in a couple of weeks, see if something like this can be worked out if the injuries were not serious, okay?
But we also believe that it may not have happened, but that's another story.
Okay, well, I mean, if it didn't happen, nobody gets forced into anything, but the grand jury sure got tricked.
No, it's lower standard.
No, that's. We don't even go there. I mean, somebody presented something in good faith to the grand jury. If they didn't, let me know, and I'll take care of that. But if it was, let's don't play gamesmanship. Come on. The facts are facts. And I'd like to know what it is, but that grand jury doesn't get tricked by the DA's office. DA's office acts honored. Or they wouldn't have the reputation. 2 weeks, okay, we're seeing what that is.
We just want to make sure that her child has to go to the heart doctor on, I think, December 2nd.
And it's
Let's don't do it on that.
Yeah, so I'm just making sure the court was aware.
Okay, Michael Johnson.
Okay.
Michael Johnson, this next John. You know what? I have a couple of dismissals here. I've got Dugas 25 CR 72A, Johnson, Dugas, that has been dismissed. Hunter Chappelle, I'm dismissing that as well today
Thank you, sir.
in that case. I gave her right. Thing today. It's kind of fun.
Just a review.
That's being due.
Get out. She asked us to do that. For me to do that. To see what we think the options were.
Yeah.
Okay. I do.
Okay, Hunter Chappelle, that case
Makes my job easier.
17-28063, 10 years ago. That is dismissed. And also, I have case Sheena Miller, 24 CR 2.53. This, oh, I like this dismissal a lot better than that other one. That was the spacing. There was no spaces to write it. I don't have those. Yeah, I don't know how, two different versions of.
I don't know. We have to put our bar number on the ones when we dismiss the MTRPs. We don't on the ones we dismiss regular cases. This one's all right.
All right, here's this one. Wait a minute. Do that because it's
Yeah.
trying to bite me. And now we have 23 CO 1765, the state of Texas versus Michael Johnson Jr. earlier here in last week. You were here and it's pleaded true to allegation 1 and 2. Committing the offense of evading arrest or detention on or about April 1st of this year, and also on that day committing the offense of resisting arrest in this state's in violation of your probation order of May 15th, 2024, where you were sentenced 2 years in the state jail, probated for 5 years for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Today, what are we here to do?
Your Honor, I think last week we were talked about getting him into ISF, and I think you requested the probation department to prepare new orders or amendment to the orders. So,
And where are we?
Okay, so I spoke to the mental health officer as well, because that's where we
Yes, ma'am.
chose to place him. So I have on my amendment here, I have that he be placed on the mental health initiative caseload. That one is more forensic.
Okay.
So that one's a closer monitoring. He'll get a case manager that he'll meet with once or twice a month.
Okay.
And he'll work through like a management book that helps him with budgeting, all that kind of stuff, and help him understand his diagnosis. I also want to put him in MRT, which is the mental
Recognition therapy.
recognition therapy class, because I think he needs something
Okay.
to help with that.
Those will be amendments to his probation.
I also think that we should place him on DROP, which is our random drug testing for the next 6 months,
Okay.
to help with that. And then I also said he needs to be placed on zero tolerance, because I think that'll also help as well. He's already done ISF. He's successfully completed.
Failure's not an option.
Yeah.
No problems. I hear one problem, they're gonna come to me.
yes, sir.
And then we'll pick up where we left off. And it's this quick. I've already made the findings. I would make these two statements. The motion to revoke probation is granted. You were sentenced to up to 2 years. 2 sentences. That's all that's between you and you going to prison, but it's really what's between you and going to prison is your actions, not mine. It's yours. So we've horsed around long enough with you. Do the right thing. What do you want to do with your life? I mean, to make the world a better place and you a better person, what do you want to do? What would you like to do? What you have skills, I bet everybody has a gift. Our creator gave everyone a gift of something. What is it that you're real good at? And that's what you do. You find what you're good at and you like to do it and then do it. And then the world's a better place. What is it, sir?
Build stuff, construction.
Good.
There's a lot of that work out there.
But we can help them with job searches and stuff in the office as well. That we get a lot of people sending us like, oh, that we need people, so we can also recommend those to him as well.
You'll be a builder of good things. Plus, a builder of a good life. Here, you're gonna have to sign these. I've signed them, and I want to review in 6 months. Okay, how he's doing? Thank you. Anything else? We're in recess. All right, let's get ready for trial. Thank you. Thank you. Case view, Ada, I'm case viewing.
Yeah.
I'm in a case view.
Let me get
Yeah.
this over, see it.
All right.
Thank you.
So our recess, we'll bring the jury in. Let's get to trial. Thanks to you very much. Stand by.